summer is 4 weeks away. That means the start of camps all across our area, whether it's sleepaway camps or day camps. The COVID crisis forcing them to really come up with some new alternatives. So here to share with us how the Boys and Girls Club is adjusting their summer programs is Dominique Jones this morning, the executive director of the Harlem Boys and Girls Club. So good morning to you, Dominique. Thank you for joining us this morning. You know, the Boys and Girls Club of Harlem, it's vital to the community uptown, right? And so many folks look forward to the summer. So how have you managed to stay connected to so many students that you served during the pandemic?
I don't think I heard your question. You were breaking up.
Oh, no problem, Dominique. I'm just saying, how are you staying connected to so many folks right now as you head into the summer months?
Well, we've quickly during the pandemic have converted our programming to virtual, and we've been able to connect with our members that way and their families. We're providing academic enrichment and support for our kids who are still being homeschooled but need a bit of respite from the homeschooling to actually engage socially. Although it's virtual, it's still helpful for our kids to maintain some level of normalcy.
And hey, there are a lot of parents right now that are freaking out about the months ahead, the summer months ahead, because the kids have been cooped up for more than 2 months like you're talking about here. So will the Boys and Girls Club be open for summer day camps? You know, what's your advice to parents who are looking for that?
So Boys and Girls Clubs, and there are 8 Boys and Girls Clubs in New York City, we're all planning to open with some sort of summer programming, whether it be a day camp, whether it be continuation of our virtual programs, or access to technology, which many of our clubhouses have. We know that many of our kids will potentially be engaged in New York City Department of Education summer learning, but some of those kids may not have access to technology, and so we're excited to be able to have our clubs be positioned to be able to support some families once we get the all clear to open and to support our kids using best social distancing practices and the like. Of course.
So what does that look like, right? Because parents in their heads are saying, okay, so how do you ensure social distancing then among the kids while they're in the facilities? It's pretty tough.
Yeah. Well, we've all of our clubs have really decided that we have to lower our capacity in terms of the number of kids that we can actually engage at one time in our clubhouses. We're limiting, so we're probably going to reduce our capacity by at least 25% than what we would typically do in the summer months. We also, will have, kids, in specific spaces. We'll adopt a lot of protocols that are advised by the CDC on best practices of cleaning and maintenance. So, it's going to be a different summer. It may not be, the full-on day camp, as our camp typically uses New York City as its campground. Yeah. We'll probably stay a little closer to home in Harlem, but we'll be able to help give our kids the best experience, be it virtual or be it at our centers.
So cutting back then, right? How many slots would there be for those kids, and then how do you select them in terms of who can pay, and some, because tuition is usually a sliding scale for you guys?
Well, many of the Boys and Girls Club camps, we do charge a fee, but we definitely are sensitive to people's income constraints. And so we offer sliding scales at our various clubhouses. We also accept public subsidy for camp. So there are many families who are eligible for subsidies through HRA, or also, definitely looking to support essential workers where possible, and they're also eligible for subsidy through their union, or also through some of the new resources made available for essential workers.
Got it. Dominique, thank you for your time this morning. We're out of time, but I do appreciate you updating everybody on the situation there. Hopefully we can chat with you in a couple of weeks about the progress being made there, okay? Stay safe to you and your team.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having us, and we really appreciate you. Be safe.